This picture was taken a good 20 odd years ago. I was out on a set-aside field with my Fisher 123-5X, which was a good machine back 20 odd years ago, and I was using my magnet screwdriver. As you can see, I had real hair then. I was just in that set-aside field roughly where that hole is by my shoe. I was just celebrating finding this beautiful example of a piece of Saxon chip carved metalwork. It was probably the first real find I'd ever made. The old Fisher in its day was an excellent machine, and it enabled me to find this really beautiful example of possibly a 6th century pagan Saxon chip carved clasp, which I think the British Museum finally agreed that it was just outside Cricklade. I think I published it in the Searcher back in '92, quite a long time ago, but you can see it's got like a piece of red glass or garnet in the end there, and it possibly may have been as I say, a clasp or a book decoration, and it's decreed to be, with its zoomorphic metalwork, it's decreed to be pagan Saxon period, with the intertwined snakes and the gorgeous gold plate in there. First real find with the old Fisher. Wasn't the last though, because a few years later, not too far away, I had managed to find part of I believe is possibly a girdle clasp. A really gorgeous piece of metalwork there with a lot of gold surviving. A Rispel girdle clasp possibly. Well, I found it like that. I thought, oh, a bit of scrap bronze, but I turned it over and thought, wow. Surprises everybody who sees it. It's either been broken in antiquity or it's been meticulously broken down, because the break looks quite clean and ancient. May have been for decoration for on that loop there. They may have worn it as a pendant. Beautiful little find. On the Downs, near a possible burial, I recovered this piece of chip carved material. This was possibly a sword mount, missing its stone, but you can see you've got the beautiful intertwined snakes there. Amazing little find. Chip carved stuff is very sought after these days, and this is an example of something which I recovered a few years back. It's one of those Saxon bucket mount, or one of the horse furniture off a stirrup. As you can see, it's got like a bit of been scuffed a little bit in the ground, but it retains one of its rivets. But I published this in the Searcher. I think it was on the cover of 20 odd years ago. So it's a beautiful little find. I've put a little bit of gloss on there to preserve it, and over the 20 years it's preserved it in really wonderful condition. Excellent. Thank you for looking at my finds.